direct people to my best blog content, but not every piece of content I produce. So there's a concept in email marketing called the gauntlet, which essentially is the sequence of emails you set up to go out automatically on your newsletter. So when I first created my newsletter, I sat down and once a week wrote an article, which is only for my newsletter. And it basically took people from starting off not having a blog to having a blog and building traffic to it. And I wrote one newsletter for every week for an entire year and built up 52 or 50 plus emails in that sequence. And if you join my newsletter right now, you actually would start receiving those newsletters, even though I wrote some of them almost 4 years ago now. And the good thing about that is it's delivering value to people when I'm not there, so that's more of that leverage. So that goes out regardless. I also will then send out emails for really good blog content and sometimes affiliate promotions as well. When a partner releases a great video, I'll send people that video. When I have some news to tell people, for example, my business partner Gideon just had his first baby child, so I put that in a newsletter, after which recommended a video as well. So there's, basically you make it up as you're going along, always thinking about providing value, but also thinking about your business goals at the same time. And what I've found is you can't provide too much value. Some people will complain and say, you send me too many emails, but your biggest fans, like the ultra responsive people who love what you do, they'll take as much as they can get from you, especially your free content. So, balance it, but yeah, I send a lot out there. Any more?
Do you need to have a proof of concept before you start your affiliate program?
Do you need to have a proof of concept before you start an affiliate program? So you mean you need to have a business that's working before you start an affiliate program? Yes. I mean, you're selling something and your affiliates won't promote unless it's converting. So you really should have a business that works before you get other people to promote you. But
what point would you start looking at adding your affiliate program?
well, it depends what you're selling. If you're selling information, you can do a launch, and that's when you usually look for your first partners. And that would be a case of finding people in your industry, getting to know them, asking if you'd be willing to promote what you're doing, and maybe you're launching a new course, and that's what you do. Some people just have a physical product. They sell things online, they have an affiliate program, and maybe you're selling, I don't know, baby products. There's no reason why you can't have an army of people selling your baby products if you have a shopping cart right now. So assuming you have a business that's got a way to take transactions, you can launch an affiliate program whenever you're ready to handle it, basically. So what are my top 3 tips for someone trying to create a product? Do you mean an information product or software? Okay, information or software? Well, the most important thing is figuring out there is actually demand for what you're doing. You need to, you can go in there kind of blind and throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. I've done that before. Not a lot sticks though. So you have to kind of expect that some of it's not going to work. And if you're prepared to waste the time just for the learning process, it doesn't really matter. But a lot of people recommend doing keyword research, so going on Google, seeing what people are searching for, making sure there's other people already selling what you're planning on selling. That's a great way to see whether there's a market that works, seeing if there's advertisers. So I think the most important step is definitely the research process. But as a caveat to that, you have to take some action as well. You can do research, but you really need to throw something against the wall to really know the outcomes. And I had a website that I was really passionate about when I was creating it, and I launched it, and no one read it whatsoever, and then I became a lot less passionate about it as a result. So, and then it died, and it's in my website graveyard, which I have online. So, any more? No more questions? Oh, sorry, hello? So what kind of traffic levels do you need on a blog in order to start making money, is the question, yep. There's no specific rule. What I have told people, if you can get to about 500 unique visitors, you're definitely doing better than the average. Now, this is not a strict rule, but in general I found that for every visitor you have, you can make about $1 a month in return if you use multiple streams of income. And that doesn't hold true forever, but when I started my blog, when I had 5,000 subscribers across my newsletter, my blog, my email list, I made about $5,000 a month combining advertising and affiliate income, and that sort of kept holding true. When I got to 10,000 subscribers, I was making 10,000 a month. So that's, there's no real rule in terms of when you can start trying to make money. You can start from day one. You won't make any. If that's disheartening for you, I recommend not doing it, because there's nothing more, I guess, soul-destroying to an entrepreneur who's looking for cash flow, and they go out there and try and make money and make nothing. If that's their only motivation, they're going to give up really quickly. So I like to tell people to focus on value first. Try and get to 500 readers, unique visitors a day. Get to know them, get to know why they're reading you, understand your market really well. Then you're in a much better position to find sponsors, create products, and do all that. But rough rule, 500 unique visitors a day. All right, I just can't see another. Oh, hello. Good, thank you.
Yeah, I've got a question for you about growing readership. So at the moment I've got a blog and I'm not really getting a lot of readership, so I'm trying to build out a platform and Facebook to try and do that. I know you've got your Twitter as well, and I don't really want to use Twitter, it just seems like a big waste of time. But if it works, I guess my question is, what's the most effective way to reach?
Okay. All right. So the question is, we have a blog. What's the topic of the blog? I didn't catch that. Was it live allergy free? So how to deal with allergies? Okay. So the question is how to get traffic to your blog, considering things like Twitter, Facebook. Is there any other? Email, etc. Okay. Traffic building is really a day-long seminar, to answer the question, to be honest. But I can tell you from my own experience, search engine traffic from Google is the #1 source of new visitors. And that comes because I've got content. I've been consistently putting out content for years, and I've built links coming from other websites. That's the short story. There's a much longer story. Again, we need more time to do it. Twitter, Facebook, social media is really powerful nowadays, but it takes quite a lot of effort. I'm not lazy. Well, I am lazy, but I like to use things that are fun. So Twitter and Facebook have sort of risen as the best tools for branding, for awareness, but ultimately you have to enjoy the socialization factor of using them, and they can help spin off traffic, but as a tool themselves, I wouldn't rely on only them for your traffic. It's just one technique you can use to bring traffic back to your blog. So for me, it's search engines, it's joint ventures, it's Twitter, it's Facebook, which reminds me, I need to take a photo of you guys. And then all those things combine to create an asset, really. So when I started, though, it was me sitting down, writing one article a day, and then I went to other blogs, and I left comments on their blog. I went to forums and participated on the forums every single day, and war of attrition, basically, for a good 2 years. So I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, well, I'm doing that at the moment, like picking up the forums and comments on other blogs, but I don't know, it just kind of seems like a waste of time.
Well, if you're not enjoying yourself, then maybe it's a waste of time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you are enjoying yourself, then stick to it, and eventually you'll get rewarded if there's a need you're meeting out there. So, are you allergy free?
No, actually, I go flying with girlfriend, she writes the content.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Oh, nice. All right. Okay. Howdy.
Just on something you just said, at the moment, Google is the primary source of new visitors for you. That's where you're at now. Has it always been that way, or is that, so Google's great because you've sort of got yourself established, but what was it when you started? For people like us starting from scratch,
Okay, so the question is, if you're just getting started and you don't have the luxury of lots of content already out there, so you're not getting traffic from Google, how would you get started? It's sort of the same answer just to that gentleman over there. I started with those basic things, commenting, forums. One thing that worked really well for me was doing interviews as a podcast. So while I was running my blog, podcasting became really popular.